Hello, Tauran family. It's Ms. Eden here with your May 2024 Tarot forecast. Happy birthday, Taurans. It is your season. I hope all of you are having a magical Taurus season. As we go through April into May, all the spring blooms are blooming, the birds are out and singing. So I hope all of my other earth sign fam, because I'm fellow Taurus here, are enjoying their birthday season. Sending y'all so much love. But my loves, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be a general reading for Tauran sun, moon, and rising signs. Keep in mind, y'all, that whenever you see this message, note that that is the right time for you to receive this message. And so take what you resonate with here and what aligns with you, and then leave the rest for someone else. All right, my loves. Thank y'all so much, so much for all your comments, all your love, the likes, the shares, the subscriptions. Thank you all. I'm just like blown away. I literally am having a hard time thinking about words that can describe just how happy I am that to see this channel's growth just in the first month. So thank you all. Sending you so much love, and I'm really glad that you're enjoying the content. And yeah, let's keep getting into it. All right, let's keep going with that wonderful content. So y'all, if you do like what you see here, I have an Instagram as well. You can head on over there. The link is in my bio for stuff that doesn't always cross over to my YouTube. So feel free to go check my stuff out there as well. All right, beautiful, beautiful Taurans, let's get into your reading. I'm going to start just after that intro to bring myself back into the energy of Tauran. I have already pulled most of your cards. We will do a couple of end pulls like last month, but let's take a couple, like a minute or so, to take some deep breaths in, deep breaths out. As we breathe out, imagine blowing out all of that stagnant energy that may be left inside, so we can really clear out and be ready to receive the message. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in, breathe out, two more times in, out. All right, Taurus. Let's get into it, my loves. To catch the energy for this month for my lovely Taurans, I've pulled a few cards to start us off from one of my oracle decks. I've pulled that from the Shaman's, yes, I got them back there displayed, but the Shaman's Dream Oracle to kind of set the tone for Taurus's reading for May. So for that, we had Fallout for Taurus this month, the Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. I really love this image. It's number 14. We also had the Jeweled Web, connectivity, coming out for Taurus as kind of the theme for their reading this month. That was number 32, so again, 2 5s for Taurus. We also had Stranger, Curiosity, number 53. And finally, Lay of the Land, Ancestral Wisdom, number 34. I know all of us just went through that full moon in Scorpio. So what I'm catching, folks, the vibe from this these first polls is a lot of my Taurans right now. Again, this is general, so take what you align with. It will not connect with every single one of you, as this is a general reading for many of you. But that Drifter card, right? So yeah, y'all are experiencing right now, like you might feel a little lost, but as I pulled this, I was hearing that quote, oh, I can't remember who wrote it. Not all those who wonder are lost. It wasn't Tolkien. Was it Tolkien? Someone in the comments throw who wrote that quote. I'll Google it after. I know it's a very famous quote, but not all those who wonder are lost. Emerson? No, I can't remember. Dang it, can't remember. Right? So yeah, we might be feeling a little bit like we're drifting this month, Taurus, or that we have been drifting. We've been in that energy of like, you know, we had it together, and then now again we're just like, well, where are we? Like, what are we doing? What's our direction? But one thing that's really beautiful with a lot of my Tauran and Earth sign energies is, well, just all of us, right, is that love for finding the connections between everything in life. So as we drift, we're really noticing a lot of the connectivity between all living things, between the past, the present, the future. And we're learning from that. We're gaining a lot of wisdom. It's making us very curious to go into places that we're not familiar with. Another card in this deck is like the deep diver. I'm thinking that too, kind of like the deep diver card, right? Where you're kind of wanting to, many Taurans might be wanting to explore new or unfamiliar things that they're curious about. And I just say, Taurus, that you have a lot of, again, a lot of guidance and wisdom from the ancestors this month. So lean into that as you're drifting. Let them guide you. If you don't know where you're going, that's okay. Just surrender and let the universe kind of float you along, drift you along, help you notice the connectivity, help you explore your curiosities, right? So let's get into the tarot. We're starting off, my loves, yeah, 8 of Cups. Here you are, Taurus. You're emotionally deciding to leave a situation. Maybe many of you have already decided or have left emotionally disconnected from a situation in your lives, from a person, from a job, from a place. It's about choosing to leave what no longer serves you. Many of us are there. We're clearing house, I'm hearing. Spring cleaning for my Taurans. The energies that are around and affecting my Taurans right now. Yeah, 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands energy. And so as we're doing that cleaning, as we've left the situation, Taurans, many of us are understanding the importance of boundaries, of setting up our energetic protection around us at this time, how that's very important because we're in new and unfamiliar territories. There's that drifter card. There's that drifter card. It's like when I do it with my non-dominant hand, I do it in reverse. I bring it back instead of pulling it forward. So yeah, as you're moving forward out of this, into this new place, leaving the old behind, allowing the new to come in, you understand, many Taurans understand it's important to have boundaries because a lot of the work that many of us have been through has been just in learning how to set boundaries and know what are our boundaries. Ooh, that was hard. Sometimes words are hard. At the root of it is my Taurans know that things are changing big time. Medicine wheel or wheel of fortune and a lot of other decks, most other decks. So again, the karmic wheel is always turning. We know that life, I think many of us are wise enough to know that it's not always good, it's not always bad, it's a mix of both. It's an ebb and flow, right? And that nothing is in permanence. Nothing is in permanence, not impermanent, right? But like nothing is permanent, y'all. Everything changes. The only thing that is constant in life is change. And you very much, I think, Taurans have from the last year or so, from this last cycle, let's just say, I'm not sure the timeline for many of us, it's different. But this last cycle that we are moving out of and moving into a new cycle is very much coming with that understanding for many of us of the ebb and flows, the changes in life. Right, Taurus? Look at that wisdom right there. That's some deep wisdom to carry with you, right? It means that when the ebbs happen, it won't knock you off as easily because you're like, well, it's just one of those periods, right? Yeah, Taurans, you have worked very hard to sit on your frickin' thrones, my beautiful empresses. And this is like regardless of gender. The Empress is about being fully present in the here and now and enjoying all the abundance in the life around you. It is about, she embodies creation and creativity. This is in your past position, like recent past. So this is where you're coming from with that energy, Taurus. You've left something, you've cleared or are clearing many, many things and choosing to move in a new direction. Your wheel of fortune is turning. Your boundary work is strong in there because, yeah, you've gotten here. Y'all are empresses, like royalty energy. You understand so much more about how you need, the direction in which you need to take yourself to make sure that you stay in this kind of energy. This is about, like I said, creativity. The Empress is like birthing new ideas all the time. This could also be like, for some of my Taurans, indicate like an actual birth or pregnancy. So again, for those of you who may not want that, like, be careful this month, right? Or in the recent past, like, since this is in your kind of past card, like, be careful if literal pregnancy is not what you're looking for. But yeah, she is like pregnant with like ideas of creation. We have all these ideas, Taurus, that have been coming to us that we've been slowly and steadily, Tauran energy, right? Executing, bringing to fruition. It's taking time, and like, we're not ready. We're not willing to lose the ground that we've covered. That's why our boundary work is so important right now, because we've made so much progress. So many of us beautiful Taurans. At the crown of your reading is the Eight of Wands. I keep doing that. I'm like always one number off. The Eight of Wands, fast moving energy, is crowning my Taurans reading this month. So if you've been feeling a little sluggish, a little drifter, the energy is going to be picking up. Make sure, my Taurans, that you spend some time, now that we're moving out of we've moved, subjective, right? We moved out of eclipse season kind of like officially, but really like the lingering energies of these eclipses that we had in March, April, or maybe just March, April, I think, will really carry with us for a couple of years. We will be feeling it certainly strongly for the next 6 months until the next eclipse cycle. So, sorry, I got a little distracted. Hopefully I can edit that out. But anyway, the fast-moving energy, right, that's coming to you, like the eclipse season is done. Mercury retrograde finished. We are moving out of that energy. Finally, maybe that stagnant kind of drifting energy, the energy that's been making some of my Taurans feel like they're drifting without a direction. That's going to change for y'all in May, birthday season. Shit. And I believe that Jupiter is still in Taurus at the moment. We just had a big Jupiter-Uranus conjunction last week. And the full moon in Scorpio. We have a new moon in Taurus coming up on May 7th. Y'all, the energy is going to pick up for my Taurans, for all of us. But since we are in this season of Taurus, since these planets will align with Taurus, like, we're going to be feeling that. Our energy is going to pick up. And I think, again, we have an inkling. Many of us, our intuitions are telling us, like, that's why we have to be guarded. That's why we have to protect our energy at this time, because we know some big shit's coming up for us, right? And look at what's in the future. Can't get in the camera. I'm using my computer this time, so that's why I'm like kind of off. I usually use my phone, trying the computer this time. 9 of Cups. Damn, wish card for the future. And this is a reading for May, so this might be later in May, right? But this is like coming up for my Taurans. Your emotional wishes are going to be granted, beautifuls, and it's because you've done the work. It's because that you have taken so much energy and time and like just your resources to put in the work, to do again, I'm hearing deep dive, like from the Oracle deck, I'm surprised that card didn't pull out, the deep diver card. But yeah, this is all about having all your emotional wishes fulfilled and being completely confident in that stability, that security. Like you are sitting confidently, again, like that empress, like you're sitting on your thrones, right? The cups are filled behind you. You know they're there. You are confident. You know that your cups, your emotional cups are full. So much so that you don't even have to turn around and look at them. You're just like, I know I got it. And I got it on reserve too. So you have enough to share with others because you have done so much inner work yourself that you can now share that beautiful joy, that light, that love that Taurus has. Many of you just bring it naturally with others. So this is a beautiful kind of future outlook. That's the word I'm struggling for my Taurans this month. Well, here you are right now. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, y'all are like all focused on your resources. You are in control of your resources. You are like appreciating the abundance around you. Attitude of gratitude for my Taurans. And if you've been having that attitude of gratitude, hopefully you've been seeing the payoff of that attitude of gratitude, that focus on stability, on your resources, right? This is, I mean, yes, it can be a money card, but it is like stability about your physical resources, not just money, home, right? Yes, your job, finances. This is just stability. And I know how much my Taurans really, that's very valuable. And of late, many of my Taurans might not have been feeling, or of late, maybe this last cycle, many of y'all may not have been feeling too stable. So to be bringing this stability back to yourselves, beautiful Taurans, is so gorgeous. Like, I understand why you're being very guarded and cautious in this new path that many of you are on, because you have done the work and you are not letting anything come in that's going to trip you up with that. So good for you, Taurus. Here's how other people are seeing you this month. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, they are seeing you appreciate all that's around you. They're seeing you pause. Even though you feel like, oh wait, I'm standing still and I don't know what I'm doing. Like, nah, they're kind of watching you and they're like, wow, look how Taurus is able to just be present, not stress the future, not fret. And while that may not be always true for, like, many of us up here might not be feeling that way, but to others this month, yeah, we are looking very stable, very solid in our foundations, in our, again, our resources. So good for you, Taurus. Like, I mean, it's not always about what other people think, but a lot of this reading is like you bringing stability to yourselves, into your lives. But hopes and fears, my loves. Taurus. 9 of Swords. Yeah. Stop it. I know you're always worried the shoe's going to drop out. That's that, like, you've been through it. Many of us, like a dark night of the soul, we've been through a tough period that we're coming out of. Like I just said, boundaries have been put in place. Clearing has been done or is being done now. We are leaning into our complete and utter creativity and bringing that out into the public eye now, like into the 3D world. And boy, does the 3D world need that creation from us, Taurus. It's happening fast. So quit getting in your head and thinking that the other when's the other shoe gonna drop. 9 of Swords. This is all about anxiety, sleepless nights. This is like your hopes and fears. I'm sure a lot of us have been in this position recently, which is why we're scared about falling back into it. The feeling is that the hope and fear with this card is that this is a place we've been before, that we've gotten ourselves out of, many of us, and we are fearful of going back to this energy. And that fear in itself is creating this energy for some of us. So be mindful, Taurus. Like, the other shoe is not going to drop because you have done your work to build such solid foundations. You've raised your vibration. You've put your boundaries up. When you're feeling this start to leak in, remind yourself of all of that, of all of your strength, of all of your hard work and due diligence, and that you are not accepting this shit no more. All right, it's not about this anymore. We've moved on from that. We have moved on from these things in our lives that have brought us such anxiety and dread. And a lot of it's can be in our own head, making something out of nothing. So again, Taurus, don't make something out of nothing. All right, loves? Because you got a lot going on. And so what your focus needs to be on is how to grow that, how to expand it. Not to be fearful of the loss of it. Because it's like the energy you put out there, my loves, you're going to attract back to you. So you want to make sure that energy is with really good intention. Right? End result for my loves this month in May. Justice and the Devil, or in this deck it's Pan. Many of my Taurans, I'm again backwards, I can't figure out which hand is which. Many of my Taurans are bringing balance to those demons in our lives. Inner demons, those people, places, things that we needed to clear, those chains that we put upon ourselves. We're bringing a lot of justice and balance, Taurus. That's what, you're bringing stability. You're clearing that. You're understanding what is holding you back, why it's held you back, why you've allowed it, what the lesson is to be, why you've allowed it, what the lesson to be learned is from the situation, because there's always something to be learned. Why we allow it seems kind of almost with a guilt or shame aspect, and that's really not an energy we need to be bringing into this. But we have felt a lot of this devil energy around us during this past cycle, Taurus, and this is what we're leaving behind. This is like karma. This is a deep, deep transformation for many of my Taurans. Many of you are writing entirely new books for yourselves at this moment. It's not just a new chapter. This is a big shift for a lot of y'all into a much more balanced and stable, grateful and loving and creative kind of energy. So beautiful Taurans, don't fret. Don't let the worries keep you up. I know you've been through it. I know you've been there. So you got reason to worry, but you also should tap into that knowing inside. Remember about how much work that you've done yourself to move yourself through and out of these situations. And now it's just about creating and moving forward, Taurus. You got a lot of excitement coming your way. Wish fulfillment. Focus on this. Remember, this needs to be the energy you're focusing on. And the Empress, of course, sitting with thrones. So, loves, I want to pull a few herbal allies for my Taurans this month, because I do know that you've been through the darkness. Many of us have been working through a lot of late. And I think it's important that, again, that boundary work, that shielding, making sure we are protected, shielded, is going to be very important. And what better allies to have than our plant and animal friends to help us with that. So beautiful Taurus, this month, lean into St. John's wort with radiance. Yeah. Glow, Taurus. Absolutely. Empress energy. 9 of Cups. Let that wheel of fortune turn so that you are just glowing brilliant radiance. Mugwort. Psychic healing. Like I said, this is a deep transformation for a lot of my Taurans this coming month, this cycle. Like this last eclipse cycle, this last eclipses that we went through really closed out an important period in many of our Taurans' lives. Bhavansana, trust. That's what I'm saying. Don't get caught up in that 9 of Swords energy. Trust. 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Aren't these cards beautiful? And finally, psilocybin, commune. Yeah. Tap into spirit. Many of my Taurans are connecting a lot more with their spiritual sides on this new path. So commune with your ancestors, with spirit, right? Get in touch with that ancestral wisdom, with Mother Earth's medicine. We're going to wrap it up with a pull from the Animal Apothecary Oracle deck. See what messages our animal guides and friends have for Taurus this month of May. Messages for Taurus this May as they're moving and grooving into new beginnings, into a beautiful new reality they've been building. Need to keep their energy and vibration strong and high. What messages do you have for Taurus this month? Didn't want to come up. Yes. Taurus, nourishment while waiting. Absolutely. Nourish yourself. Don't sit there worrying about the what ifs. I know we like to make our little plans for every eventual scenario so that whatever happens, we're prepared for. But that's creating undue anxiety for my lovely Taurans' minds and mental states and mental, emotional, spiritual states. So yeah, nourish yourselves while you're waiting for these new energies to really align with you. Because remember, it takes a moment, my loves, as we are seeing the change in the non-physical energy, like as we change in our emotional energy, our mental energy, it takes a moment to manifest down to the 3D, the three-dimensional physical reality. All right. So that's exactly kind of what's happening. Like, you're starting to catch some glimpses, Tauran, my beautiful Taurans, of the wonderful reality that's coming. And again, it's because of the hard work you've been starting to put into these things that you're passionate about. So keep going and know that it's coming, but you just, it's a process. Nourish yourself along the way. Sending you so much love, Taurans, on this beautiful birthday season. I would love to hear your comments, thoughts, how this resonated with you. So throw some comments down there. And until next month, my beautiful Taurans, much love.